Gratitude is not for what you have, but what you are. Gratitude is one of those big platitudes that are spoken about these days. And everyone talks about being grateful, having gratitude. You should be grateful for what you have. You could be a lot worse. But is that true gratitude? Or is that somewhat, in an indirect way, you're having pity that you're not in somebody else's shoes? This is one way of looking at it. But what if gratitude is actually more for what you are when you actually realize your true nature, your true essence of who you are? Now, if you look at it from a Vedantic point of view, as we've always done on this podcast, the formless self is already whole, complete. It lacks nothing. What more could you give that it does not already have? Can worldly desires even satisfy the Atma? Does the Atma get influenced by worldly desires? Only the mind gets affected by desires not being attained. But if you realize that my true self is this formless one, I do not have a separate identity to God. Me and God are one and the same. What does God need that he doesn't already have? It's already complete. It's perfect. It lacks nothing. There's nothing that can complete it. There's no void. Gratitude flows not from gaining more, but recognizing everything needed is already present. There's no need for me even to desire something more, because life will provide what life wants to provide. It's none of my karma. And you see, when you live as the non-doer, the akarta, gratitude is very easy. But when we become the karta, then that also means we become the enjoyer of the fruits of the actions we do. And therefore, guess what? Even the gratitude is now dependent. To make the gratitude free and full of freedom, one has to understand what's their true nature, which is already full. I've grown up listening to this, that, my guru has always said that every breath is grace. There's no such thing that isn't grace. Every moment is a gift from this formless one, this Nirankar. And when you live with that understanding, you're not actually grateful to things per se in your life. You're actually just grateful for life itself. You see the sacredness of life, your own life. And how you live that life has to be one of a sacred duty. Therefore, to show true gratitude is to live a sacred life, is to live a life that is based on saintly qualities. And that means one is kind, one is considerate, humble, sweet-natured, soft-spoken, nice to others, kind, caring, compassionate, full of empathy. Those are signs of someone full of gratitude. You can be grateful for the things that you get in life, but truly, gratitude is that where you are just happy with what is. You don't need more. That creates gratitude. To practice gratitude, be grateful for being able to, those of us that have had access to this wisdom, regardless of what path you follow, if you've come across formless awareness, then why don't you just start each day with gratitude for awareness? I know that I am awake this morning. You can start each day by being aware of the breath and thanking that you are even aware of the breath, that you're conscious. You don't have to thank existence just for possessions, achievements, or people in your life, but just the fact that you the very being within, that you're able to even perceive these possessions, achievements, and people. Without this beingness, there wouldn't be this recognition of possessions, achievements, or people. And that's something you can do any time of the day. For my own life, I'm grateful for my guru. I'm grateful for the Brahmgyan that my guru gave me, and that has allowed me to see life in a much more beautiful way and live a life that hopefully others can say it was a beautiful way of living. The atmosphere in my home has to be full of nurture, care, love, and compassion, understanding each other instead of scolding and putting each other down. those things are not to be done, not by somebody who is living a life of gratitude or someone who is just full of gratitude themselves. Like I've mentioned, we see that gratitude turns ordinary life into sacred life. The fact that every moment is a way of spiritual awakening. Every moment is a recognition of this formless awareness. We can all see the sacredness of that, and that is true gratitude. Gratitude is not simply saying thank you. It's about your whole being thankful, without words, in silence. Don't see gratitude as blessings to count. Recognize that you yourself are the blessing. Take care. Namaste.